one part of the tragic consequences of the pandemic is the economic disruption. As we've seen across the world, massive increases in unemployment, the unprecedented experiment of governments shutting down the economy, initially for good reasons, but it's something that we have never seen before. And now this has created an enormous amount of uncertainty. So it's a nerve-wracking experiment in a sense, because the initial part of the experiment saying we shut everything down to keep everybody safe, and the government steps in to provide help to citizens and businesses, made perfect sense, and in several countries it's been working well. Now we're getting into the more difficult stage, which is you realize that it's almost an open-ended uncertainty, in the sense that we don't yet know how quickly a vaccine will be available. We don't know how quickly we will persuade people that the vaccine is safe so that it can be rolled out at scale. And therefore, from the point of view of the economic situation of individuals and businesses, there is a lot of uncertainty on how long will I be furloughed for? When will I find another job? Or when do I really run the risk of losing my job if I've been lucky enough to keep it until now? If I'm running a business, how much longer can I keep going? What kind of restrictions on capacity, on the clientele will I be facing? So that is very, very scary. And to me, it's a kind of uncertainty that brings to mind two different elements of the picture that I've been focused on for a long time. One is the technology and innovation aspect, because there is an element of innovation where you look at new technologies and you ask, how much can they help us to keep the economy going in this difficult situation? And we've seen, to some extent, we've seen some success stories. We've seen 3D printing, for example, helping to accelerate the creation of personal protective equipment. We have seen that remote working is functioning better than we thought we hoped it would. But we also need this technology to do more. We needed to do more on the healthcare side. We needed to do more to help us get the economy back on its feet while the pandemic is ongoing. And we will need innovation to help us accelerate economic growth once the pandemic is over, because we will have lost a substantial period of economic growth. So that is one element of the picture of the disruption, but also of the positive disruption. There is the potential for something good to happen for the technology side that I've been very focused on. The second element is the uncertainty that derives from policy, which is also very interesting. It connects to the question of how much support can governments and central bank safely give us, and for how long. We are now in a situation where